They did not just build a highway through Miami, they cut through the heart of Black Miami. Before I-95, Overtown was called Colored Town. Later, people called it the Harlem of the South. And that name was not just romance, it was proof. 2nd Avenue had hotels, churches, clubs, diners, barbershops, porch lights, and people who made a full life inside a segregated city. The Lyric Theater, the Mary Elizabeth Hotel, the Rockland Palace. Families, workers, musicians, churchgoers, and business owners all built a neighborhood that was crowded, brilliant, and alive. That was labor. That was joy. That was survival. That was survival. Segregation forced Black Miami into a small space. But Black Miami did what Black communities have always done. It turned pressure into culture. It turned exclusion into a place worth visiting, a place worth remembering, a place that white Miami depended on even while refusing to protect it. Then the planners came with maps. Urban renewal promised progress. The expressway promised connection. But the route tore through Overtown's business spine. Homes came down. Blocks vanished. Churches were boxed in by concrete. Stores lost foot traffic. Families were pushed out. And when a neighborhood loses its homes, its sidewalks, its corner stores, and its gathering places, it loses more than buildings. It loses rhythm. It loses memory. It loses a future. It loses the ordinary life that makes a place feel like home. A Miami-Dade transportation study later said expressways and urban renewal directly displaced close to 12,000 people. Overtown lost more than half its population in the 1960s. That is not a side effect. That is not an accident. That is a community being unmade piece by piece, not in one dramatic moment, in 1,000 small cuts. And the people who did it did not call it destruction. They called it planning. They called it modernization. They called it progress. But the roads were paid for by federal money, built through state power, and carried out with city decisions and eminent domain. A map can look clean on paper and still leave a wound in real life. Today, cars rush over the place where people used to walk to church, music, work, and home. The sound is different now. The skyline is different now. But under I-95, Black Miami is still here, still remembering, still asking the same hard question. What does America call progress when a community has to disappear? And who has to pay for that answer?